As a sister, I would never want my brother to date a mother with a child.
Hi lovelies, welcome back to this channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda and here is Ballistic Gist. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload videos, you'll be the first person to be notified. And to my returning subscribers, thank you so much for all the love and support. To those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, you guys are the real MVP. Thank you so much for all the love and support. So lovely, I came by this video where guys are talking about why you shouldn't date single mothers, and this actually got me thinking. I decided to put up the video. Guys, I'm just going to roll the clip as well as some of the stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video, and do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying, harassment. We're just here for, relationship things. Alright lovelies, let's dive into it.
This is why men don't want to date single mothers and take them serious. Imagine this. You wake up one day and you decide, I want to go buy a brand new car. So you take all the money that you saved up and worked hard for, you go down to your local dealership and you tell them, I want that car. It looks really nice. It's your favorite color. It has 0 miles on it, 0 previous owners, 0 accidents. So you purchase that car for $50,000. You drive it off the lot. Now imagine 8 to 10 years goes by. You get in a couple accidents, your check engine light's on, it needs some other work done, it has 120,000 miles on it. And you say, I want to go buy another car. So you take that same car you got for $50,000 back to the dealership and you say, hey, I want to trade this in for $50,000 when I originally bought it from. You know what they're going to do? They're going to look at you and laugh. That sales guy's going to say, listen, I'm not going to give you that. It has a lot of damage on it, a lot of wear and tear, but I can give you $8,000. Are you going to get mad? Are you going to get frustrated? No, you're going to take that $8,000, take what you can get, and move on because you can't get full price of what you got it before. So this is how men view single mothers. Used, worn down, previous owners. Guys have ran it down and abused it and used it up. And women think that I want to get back on the dating market and get full price for what other men got for free. It's not going to happen.
Foremost, bravo Zulu for that bullshit analysis. You said it with your whole chest and I appreciate that. But I got the goofy glasses on and it's time to go goofy hunting. Before we get into the analysis, sir, please humble yourself. Now let me first say that I do subscribe to the notion of kids are off limits. So in this photo, I blacked out both of your children out of respect. But I found your Facebook. And I also found something very interesting on there as well. In all of your photos with your children, the only woman that's present is your mother. Now you said 8 to 10 years. Your twin girls were born in 2012. I don't see a woman present in those pictures. It seems more like to me that you're outwardly projecting because you, sir, feel like damaged goods. I could be wrong though, but I think I'm right. Shout out to the single parents worldwide. And contrary to popular belief, people do want to date single mothers. Good day. Good.
This is why a lot of men will pass on single mothers because they don't want to be disrespected in their own house. And at the end of the day, that child is not his. And now he's dealing with another man's mess, another man's problem. And maybe that's an insensitive way to talk about children, but I'm sorry, that's how men see it. And this is just a whole headache that a lot of guys don't want to sign up for or sign up for without realizing what they're signing up for.
Why do men hate single mothers, and why do single mothers threaten the structure that holds capitalism together? So obviously there are surface reasons that men have given as to why they don't like single mothers. But I think at the root of all these criticisms is the idea that a woman should need a man, and if she doesn't, then she is a threat to the nuclear family structure, and therefore she's a threat to capitalism as a whole. And the men who need their dishes washed, clothes cleaned, food cooked, and asses wiped do not want that shit being perpetuated. So they shame single mothers instead of praising them for being the parent who stayed. But how do single mothers threaten capitalism? Well, just like women are afraid of men are afraid of men as well. And if rich men are going to ensure that poor men, aka the overwhelming majority of men, aren't going to them, then they need to pacify poor men in order to make them feel just as privileged as they actually are. Black people, both in the past and today, have taken the main brunt of placating poor white men's need for superiority. And now that everyone's fallen on some pretty rough times financially, the US government is going to go to even more extreme methods in order to soothe these men and keep them complacent so that they don't strike. Single mothers, especially the ones that have formed community with each other, are proof that society does not have to be ran the way rich, cis-het white men want it run, and that terrifies them. Single mothers, I know it is rough out here, but I am rooting for you.
Most men are unwilling to date single mothers. You know, and I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. You know, I'm sure there's plenty of women out there who are awesome, good girls. And they let some guy sell them a dream. You know, he's spitting all kinds of game in her ear, telling her how much he loves her. He gets in her pants and gets her pregnant, and then he bolts. He was full of shit. You know, I understand things happen. There's a lot of good women that are turned into single mothers, but it doesn't change the fact that men find single mothers undesirable. That's just a fact. You know, if you were to, as a man, if you were to meet a woman, you know, it could be in the grocery store, the mall, wherever. Could be on one of the apps, one of the dating apps. What happens when you read the bio? You know, you see the picture, she looks good, she looks cute. You read the bio. The name's Stacy, I'm 27 years old. I'm an engineer. I love to travel. I'm very goal-oriented. I'm looking for a man that I can build a future with. You know, something like that. Now, nowhere in those details is she gonna put mother of three. Well, very seldom do they do that. So, you know, you match with her, you start to talk to her, you realize she hasn't mentioned anything about kids, but it's what you're thinking. So, you don't want to sound like a complete dick. You know, you don't want to be like, just tell me how many kids you have. Let's cut straight to the chase. No, you don't want to sound like a dick. So, you're asking little roundabout, beat around the bush questions like, why don't you tell me a little bit more about yourself? Oh, and she's saying things like, I love coffee, I love road trips, I love crime television shows on Netflix, so on and so forth. So eventually you just have to get straight to the point. You have to say, you got any kids? And that's when she says, oh, yeah, I'm a mother of 2 boys and 1 girl. Something like that. And we all know why she left it off the bio. We all know why she was running from that subject. She didn't want to expose that piece of information because the moment that she does, every single time, 99% of the time at least, the guy she's talking to bolts in the other direction. He's gone. And if she puts it in the bio, the guys won't even swipe with her to begin with. So she doesn't want to eliminate herself before she has a chance to get to know somebody. So she leaves that detail out. Why? Because she knows that men find single mothers undesirable. Why is this? Why do you think it is that men find single mothers undesirable? Because everybody loves kids, right? Kids are cool. You know. But men don't want to date single mothers. Now this is my theory on it, and I think a lot of guys will relate to this, understand this. Now, if you're a man, a single man, and you're out there trying to meet a woman, and a woman tells you she's engaged, or she's married, or she has a boyfriend, a committed relationship. She says, but she's looking for a little something on the side. Again, 99% of guys are going to run in the other direction. Some guys might be thirsty betas, and they'll take any piece of a woman they can get, so they'll go along with it. But most guys would say, you know what, this is a waste of my time. I'm not even going to bother with it. They go the other way. Why? Because a man that has respect for himself, a man that's not a thirsty beta, a simp at the very bottom of the totem pole, a man that has some status, some confidence, some respect for himself, is going to say, if I get with this chick, at best, I am fucking somebody else's girl, somebody else's wife. At best, that is the highest I can claim on this woman. That's the highest status I can claim, a relationship status I can claim with this woman, is I'm fucking somebody else's woman. That's the best. Some guys will do it, but most guys will run the other way. Now, what is a bigger bond? Buying a ring, signing a contract, and having a ceremony. A man and a woman saying, we're boyfriend and girlfriend now. Or a man and a woman actually serving their reproductive purpose as human beings with one another and having children. I think we all know the answer to that. So when a man gets with a woman who has already had children with another man, at best, you can marry her, you can be in a committed relationship, whatever. But at best, you are hooking up with somebody else's baby's mother.
Seriously, lovelies, this has been trending all around the internet, and I decided to just chip in my own, because the first thing I actually want to ask or look into is that who are those people that is actually impregnating these single mothers? The blame is often on the women without even trying to look at the other perspectives. You think a woman have decided to actually impregnate herself, and after impregnating herself, she have decided to be a single mom, because she enjoyed being that. Do you actually think that raising a kid or raising children is actually something that can be done without any stress or without anything or without any difficulties? You think a lot of women actually enjoy being single moms? Like, sometimes when I see a lot of people deliberate on this thing, or a lot of people try to argue this thing, I just feel some type of way, because these people are just talking in their own perspective. They're just talking based on their own feelings or based on what they actually believe, without even trying to also understand the aspect or try to think about the aspect of those single mothers and what they are meant to face or feel throughout the rest of their lives. You think a woman would just woke up one day and decided that, okay, I actually want to be a single. It actually takes a woman that made a decision on her own, like a matured woman who actually wants nothing in life rather than to just be on her own, like, raise a kid on her own, which I see as nothing wrong with it. Like, you can just wake up matured. You think you have already, achieve so many things in life, and you want someone, you actually want a baby of your own, you could just go ahead and become a single mom. But I want to talk in a situation whereby it's a circumstance that actually put these mothers in the situation that they didn't plan for themselves. Just imagine a video I posted, days back or months back, where a woman was actually crying. She's crying in the sense that she's been going out with this dude. They've dated for several years, and at first, she told this dude that she do not want to have any kid. She wants to be child free. She's one of these child free by choice women. But due to the love, she fell in love. She thought this guy is gonna be, a different guy. Love her to the moon. At first, in their relationship, she actually told this guy that she didn't want to have any kids, and the guy accepted. And meanwhile, at the back of his mind, he actually wanted to have a baby without being a father. So what really happened next was that these people, they began the relationship. One thing led to the other. The guy decided to start persuading this lady of wanting a child, because maybe he have seen that this lady has been come into him too much, like she has actually loved him too much. So after the persuasion, one thing led to the other. The girl still disagreed. Then until when he started threatening the relationship and all of that, then she was like, I don't want any problems and all of that. This guy have to promise her heaven and earth. I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna take care of our baby. I'm gonna be there for you, blah blah blah, and all of that. Then she took in. On taking in pregnancy time, delivery and all of that, growing babies, this guy just disappeared into thin air. He's always bringing excuses of why he's not always be around. He's always out with a friend. He's always staying out late. He doesn't even keep money anymore. He doesn't even do anything anymore. All the promises he has promised this particular lady, all of them just went into the mud, because he can't even meet up with the promises anymore. And now, this thing resulted in the fact that this girl decided to be so depressed, and she had to just give the baby away because she never wanted it. A lot of people were actually coming for this woman, and hearing that she want to give the baby away or something, the guy in question came back. I was like, oh my God, you're so irresponsible, and all of that, starting fuming her. After fuming her, that was when she opened up of what really happened. Now, in such situation, do you actually want to blame this woman of decided, or actually being a stay-at-home, or actually being a single mom? She never wanted it. She never wanted to be a single mom. She never wanted to bring up a child into this world without a complete family. She even never wanted to bring up a child. But because of the constant situation, the constant, and feeling that someone is already in love with her, or maybe she also felt, okay, I think he loves me, I could just start off a family with him. And now he disappointed her, and she's now a single mom. So are you gonna blame this particular woman for being a single mom? After all, she wasn't the person that put herself into the situation. It was a guy that actually make these people single moms. And you wouldn't, because of they are single moms, they shouldn't maybe, engage themselves in dating game again. You wouldn't want them to associate themselves because they have put themselves into this, scenario. What if the guy that impregnated them or turned them to a single mom decided not to have anything to do with them nor their child? Okay, you expect them to actually throw their child away because they want to please you, or what? Do you know what it means to actually have a baby in you, grow a baby, carry a child, a human being in you for 9 good months? I'm also referring to this first guy that talked about how single mom, this who happened to be a single father after finding him out. A lot of guys will just come and talk and make it look as if women are always the problem, but they will not know that they are the only people, or that the people that actually put these women in such situations that when these women begin to pick the pieces of their life, want to stay with their babies and all of that, the society will also not let them enjoy themselves or enjoy their single motherhood. Enough of all this dragging single mothers here and there. These people do not want to be, or don't want to be in that situation. Guys are the main factors that put these people in the situation. We should do more in dragging men that will leave their responsibility. And if you're a man, you don't want to have anything to do with a woman, it's better for you to just let that woman do it. Instead of you to put this woman in the single motherhood and live. A lot of men these days just want to be just want to have kids without being a father, without being the kids, like they just want to bear than I have a baby or something somewhere, without actually being a father figure in that child's life. We should talk more about that. And this is from talking about single mom who was or who is in this situation because of what these guys have caused in their life. I've seen so many, single mom tell their stories, and when you listen to their stories, you just ask yourself, these people never wanted to be a single mom, but you wouldn't want them to throw their God-given gift, or because they want to please you as a man. And of course, their kids is going to be the number one person in their life before you. And of course, even if you're married today, the woman's baby or your wife's baby is going to be the first thing in her life before you. So enough of all this dragging single mom here and there, because they also have the right to up with the game. They are not the reason. They are not the only reasons they're in this situation. They are not the only ones to be blamed. If we should turn the table around and make all the single fathers decided to start taking care of their kids, their offspring, you will know that the reason for all the single mama sagas of a thing is because of this man chose to be irresponsible. Anyways, lovelies, why not just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying, harassment. We're just here for, educational purposes. Alright, lovelies, I'll see you when I upload the next one.